Hello, my name is Aaron Kreshock, and I am the founder and visionary behind Ironcoin. I have been working with blockchain technologies as well as web application development and uh, just software engineering for a couple decades now. And I have been channeling these understandings into what could possibly be the greatest blockchain technology that we could produce. And some of the ways in which I'm doing this are by very actively listening to the community at large. What do the people truly want out of a cryptocurrency? We have come to a place in society where there's corruption in governments. The central banks have nearly entirely deflated the value of our fiat currency. And with income tax and usury and fractional reserve banking, they have managed to impoverish the great majority of the population. We have basically lost many freedoms in the name of nationalism or various other isms, that we have essentially given away our power that we have intrinsically. So the greatest aim of Ironcoin and the Iron framework and foundation is to reinstate our power as sovereign beings, to reintroduce our freedom and our ability to govern ourselves and print our own money, create our own currency that will facilitate a much more um, balanced world and economy. So some of the main technologies and aspects of Ironcoin are the multi-pronged approach to the technology itself. So there will be the wallet, which is going to be the primary tool for holding Ironcoin, as well as transferring it and exchanging it with others, as well as there's a built-in exchange into the wallet itself. And this will enable us to trade Ironcoin as well as other cryptocurrencies. It'll introduce a lot of people who are unfamiliar with these concepts. It'll be a way for them to get involved pretty easily and right away. It's a great investment in that the price that I offer it for now will ideally grow as I drive this organization, as more and more people get behind this, and we form a solid core team that can go on to implement the various other projects and technologies that will come from the Iron Revolution. So there's the wallet, which I've spoken of, and then there's the framework, which will be very similar to the Ethereum framework, although it'll be better. And the ways it'll be better are through creating a decentralized application marketplace where people could create their own applications based on this framework, and then they will be able to monetize them through this marketplace. And I'm making that process very accessible. So it will be easier for developers who already know how to create web applications, for example. It'll be very easy for you to create your own DApp or decentralized application. But then it'll also be accessible for non-coders and developers, people just using a mouse and a browser, to be able to create their own decentralized applications. This will enable much greater creativity and freedom of expression and ability for much more broad ideas to get out there, and more of a competitive marketplace for decentralized applications. And then there's the foundation, the Iron Foundation, which is essentially an organization that will be a nonprofit, and it will have a board of directors that will act as the representatives. Now, this whole organization will still continue to be an autonomous, decentralized organization, and the board will ensure that until the time when the foundation and this whole entire organization can go on to be purely in the public domain, purely directed and owned by the public. This is my intention, and I will never sell out in this intention. I will always maintain this vision and the integrity necessary in order to deliver this to the public domain without centralized parties trying to take control over it. Another few problems that this solves are like Bitcoin, for example, has some unknown accounts that millions of Bitcoin are just sitting out there unknown. Well, there will be complete transparency with Ironcoin and how it's distributed. That doesn't mean that you'll know who has all the coins, but we will see the distribution, and we will be able to always know that there's not just a single party that has too much of this to be able to throw off the balance of the market and overall the crypto economy. With this as well, we will have the intention of being a stabilizing force within the markets and behind the foundation and the wallet. Even there will be systems of trading. There will be networks of people trading. There will be programmatic systems that will be enabling us to profit from trading and work together towards bringing abundance into this community. Everyone who decides to join this revolution or this community will be able to benefit from all these various activities we're doing in wealth, to be able to actually establish ourselves as a viable force in the economy, as well as a sustaining force, a stabilizing force, where we are able to counteract some of these market manipulations that go on in various cryptos and various markets, and we would be able to sort of act as a white knight amongst many wolves in sheep clothing. So, why do you want Ironcoin? Well, this could be for all of you who maybe saw Bitcoin at $1 or even less, and now you regret, you're kicking yourself that you did not get on board. Well, now is your opportunity. This is not just a technology, this is a movement, and there's already many behind it. This is a vision of creating a world that we would enjoy bringing our children up in. This is about creating whole new paradigms for living. So this technology, the funds, the capital that is brought in through these various fundraisings, as well as the various initiatives and profit generating strategies that we'll be employing, will be all going towards altruistic initiatives and projects that are geared towards righting some of these wrongs that have been committed by various organizations and institutions that we might consider authorities. Well, we will stand up. We will sort of fight against these powers that have been and ought not be, and we will do everything we can, along with the support of the people and the masses, to solve some of these problems. So purchasing Ironcoin right now is an absolute investment. The price of Ironcoin will go up. I will ensure this as our team of traders and marketeers go on to really spread the word of what this is and how this is a movement. And this is much more than the technology, although the technology is solid. It will pick up speed and it will gain value. And then once we start really releasing some of these technologies that the world has not seen, there is no crypto that has introduced some of these technologies we are reinventing some wheels, and those wheels are going to be very valued. You know, just imagine taking Spotify and eBay and PayPal and Google and YouTube and combining them all into a decentralized platform that prevents censorship, that ensures the greatest portion of profit always goes to the content creators, that ensures that we are free from even the possibility of corruption. And we are working actively towards transitioning our more corrupt world into this infrastructure that will enable us to work together with equality and be able to really make progress in generating alternatives for economy and self-governance and infrastructure of the world. It's not something that needs to be challenging. Doesn't need to take a long time. The only reason we're in this situation right now is because we have endorsed the fiat and the central banksters. We have endorsed them, and we do every single time we spend a petrodollar. And the challenges that come with the petrodollar are much beyond just USD and much beyond just the United States. This is a worldwide problem. And cryptocurrencies are also worldwide. And so therefore, this will enable us to be able to solve these problems at the world scale. And there's not a reason why it has to take a long time. It's through your support and your endorsement and really just helping me to get the word out. This is the viable alternative that we've all been waiting for. And the more we can get behind this, and the more people that really want to come on board because they see this vision, and they too have seen their own version of this vision, and I'm inviting all of you that have had these visions or now are seeing this and feeling the drive to want to be a part of this. Please join me. Go to ironcoin.org, and there you can purchase IronCoin, whether it be through PayPal form or by contributing either Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum. And currently I'm handling everything manually. There will be a platform that will be launching in the next couple weeks that will enable everything to be tracked relative to the user, and this will be the beginning of the wallet technology that will even enable an affiliate system to be built into all of this, as well as a contribution tracking system that will keep track of all the contributions that go to these various initiatives. And through that, people will be rewarded with various profit shares as these various initiatives do take off, and some of them will be profiting. And through those profits will be distributed accordingly to those who helped to make the initiatives possible. It's through your support that all of these initiatives will become possible. And so this is the very beginning. This is the seed. And through this seed, with this seed, I will be able to bring on more team members. We'll be able to expand our reach and get this message out to many more people and create some marketing campaigns that will spread the word, as well as most fundamentally developing this technology, developing it and quite quickly compared to maybe what you're used to. This will be a pretty swift project, as we will be updating very regularly. I'm a avid I like to adopt the agile approach, which means that we will be updating and releasing new iterations and new features and functionalities quite often. And I think everyone will be quite surprised and happy with the feature set that will be built into this wallet. It will be a literal operating system that will enable you to manage all your files, all of your secret information, your private information that you do not want the NSA or some central company such as Google or Facebook to have a hold on. This will enable you to have that information be totally private, and you will be ensured that it is private. And this is the basis of the technology. We're applying this to many areas, but privacy and security is number one, because this is a very pressing issue right now with all of these leaks that have come out showing that these communication companies have all been corrupt. They are all centralized, and they have irresponsibly leaked, given out our information, sold our information, our private information, without our permission, and still they continue to do it, and still they continue to get away with it. Well, here's us standing up, saying, no, we're not going to be okay with this anymore, and we don't even need to fight it. All we need to do is adopt the alternative. And the alternative is the iron framework. It will act as this alternative, and the more support I can receive, the quicker this can manifest. There's a few major initiatives down the road with this. Right now it's going to be software, and we're going to get the wallet, and we're going to get the framework. There's the foundation. There will be headquarters, intentional community that ultimately will be built. That will be a living model of how these technologies can sort of work in the real world, and we will be even documenting this with a sort of reality show and a docu-series that will allow us to be completely transparent about everything we're doing, along with posting our budgets and everything else that a good nonprofit foundation should be doing. But we will go above and beyond that with be able to act as a transparent treasury or reserve for various assets. So we will be able to tether various blockchain concepts to precious metals and to various other coins, like Bitcoin, for example. We will be able to, like I've said, help to stabilize the markets. We will be an opportunity for people to learn about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and even trading for those who want to, earn money through this. And it is a viable source of income, and it just requires getting started, and having a team will allow us to be much more effective. So I'll wrap it up here. But again, to purchase IronCoin, you can now go to ironcoin.org and just click on the button that says Get IronCoin, and there you'll see a few options for how to pay, and then there's a form there to fill out once you've purchased, and you will be able to then fill the form out with your Iron Wallet address, and there are some instructions there to download your Iron Wallet. There is the ironwallet.org, which I wouldn't recommend using today, but very soon it'll be available, so I'd recommend downloading it right now. And then once you send me your address, and you sent me the payment, I can issue the IronCoin. And coming out of the gate here, we're going to start with $1 per IronCoin. Now the price will be pushed up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a Dutch oven auction, where it'll just get stinkier and stinkier as we go along. So better get in now while the price is good. And as we really actively trade this on the exchange, you'll see the price growing. This is a very valuable movement. This is not just an organization. And so because of that, it will rise well above most of the cryptocurrencies that have come out in recent times. There's a lot of people already behind this. There's a lot of visionaries. There's a lot of genius that has gone into these ideas in order to really create something that the great majority could get behind and would want to get behind. This is something based on a purity of integrity and intention, and therefore, and I stand as the leader and visionary that will represent that purity of intention, and I always will. I will never sell out to any interested buyer. I will also do my best to prevent any one single buyer from securing too much of Ironcoin, because my goal with it is to distribute it quite evenly. And there'll be a lot of technologies that will be built into this, and I will be announcing these technologies as we go along, and I will actually start doing regular video series to explain the progress as well as the vision in more detail. And then and like I said, the price will be going up, and so now is the time. Get in while it's early, and because who knows, there's going to be a 26 million cap on Ironcoin, which is pretty similar to Bitcoin, and I do see the value of this being much greater than Bitcoin in the sense that it has fast, scalable transactions. There will be feeless transactions, feeless decentralized exchange, and then all of the features and functionalities that will be built into the wallet, into this operating system. This will actually be a desktop operating system. It will also be a mobile operating system. So goodbye Android and goodbye Windows. Now you'll have the Iron framework to be able to use one thing across all devices, and it will be open source. It will be based on privacy and equality in that we there's no need for middlemen, and so let's completely remove the middleman and let's create something that would be for all of us. And in that light, I am just a messenger, and I will act as a leader in this movement, but I have no intention of selling out, or even just switching the script and becoming someone that I'm not, or becoming someone who's greedy, which I'm not. Instead, I have every intention of driving this with humility and honesty and transparency all the way through the finish line, which is this organization, this entire movement being the property of the public domain. So I thank you for listening, and I hope to see you on the Iron Chain.